All right, October 18th, live day trading. Scan, survey, submit. It's my mission of the day. I've been really struggling lately, doing these every day has really forced me to just to attempt to articulate what it is, what the hell it is I'm doing, just to myself, just trying to figure things out. So many different patterns, setups, and I have to find edge. Bottom line, I have to find some kind of probabilistic edge in the market. And I need to take trades and not worry about the outcome of those trades. That's the whole point of this paper trading exercise. Just take the trade when I see a setup, when I see a repeatable setup that I can execute time and time again. I just need to take those trades. And, I just feel like I'm not taking enough trades to gather data. I'm trying too hard to win. Trading is such a psychological game. And right now, it's not about winning. It's about understanding the probabilities. It's about understanding the statistics of the different trading setups. That's really what I'm doing. I got to remind myself of this. So my scanners are scanning the market right now, looking for stocks with volume and volatility. Those are my two criteria, volume and volatility. So I want stocks that have already made a move, either gap up or gap down, and that are coming in with a lot of volume. So that's the first part of my trading strategy that I have figured out. That's easy. Now, the setups, what kind of setup? Bull flag, bear flag, some kind of base, some kind of retest of support or resistance. There's a lot of different things, and the idea is to try to place trades where I would place that exact same trade. If I saw the chart again a month from now, I could place the exact same trade with the exact same stop, the exact same entry point, and just so there's not so much of a variance. Even if that trade setup doesn't work, at least I know it's the trade setup that doesn't work. It's not because I'm doing it a little bit different every time. Just the need of consistency. If I'm always doing things a little bit differently, it's hard to know what exactly is or is not working. So let me go ahead and scan through this. Start deleting the stocks I don't want. We've got about 8. So I sort the stocks by volume. This one doesn't look like it's going to be doing crap. It's just stuck up there. Okay, let's see what this one is. It's SVU, Special Victims Unit. Get rid of that. And for the first 5 minutes, I don't. Okay, so far my trading rules. Let me see here. So far my trading rules are as follows. I have my scanner. It scans for stocks that are gapping up or down with a lot of volume. Right? So that's my basic, that's the first rule. Those are the only stocks I'm going to trade. Those are the only stocks I'm going to analyze. I'm not going to mess around with low volume stocks. I'm not going to mess around with stocks that haven't made a move already. Step 1. Okay. Step 2, wait the first 5 minutes. That's what I'm doing. Step 2, I'm not going to trade anything within the first 5 minutes. I'm going to wait. Step 3 is to really, okay, so that's almost the first 5 minutes are almost up. Is just to see support resistance areas in possible trade setups. And then submit everything that I can tag. A lot of times I see setups, but I don't know how would I tag that setup? How would I label it? And if I can't label it and I can't research it, then I don't really know what to do with that. I'm very research oriented, which is a lot different, I think, than a lot of, I've seen so many traders on social media and on YouTube. It seems like they wing it a lot. I see this, maybe that works for them, but for my personality, everybody's trade journey is unique to themselves. For me, it's not working so hot. Okay, so right now, what do I need to see? First, let me get rid of some of the stuff that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so now I have my 8 stocks. This one's not doing shit, so I'm going to get rid of this. Must have been some kind of merger or buyout or I don't know, something. 11 million shares. Get rid of that. Okay, so we're down to 7 stocks. Okay, a VWAP trade. What do I want to see? So volume. And then how would I place a trade that it would be repeatable? A pullback trade, a continuation trade. All right, so what's that? Okay, what's the stop? How do I set consistent stops? I mean, that's the thing, right? Consistent stops. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Buy right here. There was a ton of volume that came in, pushed it up, kind of went up, it's coming down lightly. If it comes down to here, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to set a 17-cent stop. So my shares are going to represent my stop. I'm going to hit buy. Why 17 cents? Because it's about 1/8 of the day's move so far. So that's what I like. Come down. So this is a setup. Man, I can take this over and over and over and over and over again. That's what I want. Setups that I can take over and over again, and then that way I can look and see how those setups actually perform. Yeah, let's do the same thing here. So the first one was a buy order. I'm going to sell this if it comes back. 84 to 08. 84 would be, that one's actually going too far, so I can't. Let me see here. Really understanding the technical analysis is so easy in hindsight. I really look at, let me see this real quick. Let me jump around through here, see if I see anything. Never quite tagged me in. So, I really picture the stock market or trading. It's like a language, and if you want to be really fluent in the language, you got to learn a lot of different things. You got to learn the context, you got to learn the culture, you got to learn, there's so many things, right? If you want to learn French, just learning, picking up a book or whatever is one thing, but actually going to France and understanding the culture, and it's going to be a totally different experience. And like trading, what irritates me about so many of these trading educators is, I learned this one simple thing. And do those really work? That one simple trick, you take a 2-day course and all of a sudden you're making all this money in the markets. I've bought in so many courses and spent so many thousands of dollars on trading education. And I don't know. I just think of it as a language. I think of it as something that's going to take a long time to figure out if you want to be really fluent at it. So what do I see here? Support, resistance areas, narrow range bars. Okay, this ends up holding right here. I'm going to get into that. 31. It's all about those repeatable patterns. I've got my 7 stocks. You know, that's my rule. I can't trade anything or look at anything or do anything other than these 7 stocks. I gotta stay laser focused on these 7 stocks. All right, so I have 2 possible bull flags. Where's the other one? Okay, this one may or may not tag me in. Come on, baby. See if that one hits. Maybe it was just 1 bull flag. I thought I had 2. So this looks like it could be a bull. Okay, so that tagged me in. So let me go to that stock real quick so I can set my limits. So let's see, 1690 would be 89. Okay. Why is this not? Okay. And then 1734 would be 40. Would be mine. Okay. All right, so that's a trade. Stop equals basically an 1/8 of the move. All right, we're gonna. Okay. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, just making those repeatable, that's what I want. That's better. I'm a little more, even if it loses, I don't care because at least I can tag that trade. I can look at it. Here's another one where it's coming right down into it. So what could possibly be the criteria? Big move up. Yeah. Open range bar, makes a big move, comes back into it, buy. Super simple strategy. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. That makes a lot of sense. So that's some clarification for myself. I can do these type of trades. I can test them out. See what the probabilities are. Just say, hey, opens up on a lot of volume. It pushes away from that volume. And if it comes back down, I mean, what's that? What time? 43. So within the first 15, 20 minutes, I guess. Buy, right? I can do this trade over and over. It's really simple strategy. I don't know if it has edge. I don't know if it's going to work. I have no idea. But if I can make this a trade and just do this every day and see what the probabilities are, then that's a start right there. And that's why I'm doing this live day trading, is to really find things that I can, so this is the same thing. I mean, this would be the same type of trade. So that's a $1.33 on that one. Let's see, low 60. So 13. And it seems like this other one, yeah. Interesting. An eighth might be too narrow of a stop. I might need to do a quarter. And that's exactly, that's exactly what I need my probabilities to tell me there. So actually, I'm going to set a buy order just so I can do the same exact thing around here. It's almost the same move as the other one, so I'm going to do another eighth if it tags me in. We'll see what happens. Okay, that tagged me in. So let's see, 13 to 20 would be 93, 96. Let me go ahead and do this. Why did that not? That's not what I wanted. Submit. 1734, 44, 50. My math is not doing too good right now. 34 and 10, 44, 47. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. There we go. A little quick little easy trades. Just going for a little 2 to 1. Oh, that one worked. Cool. Oh, cool. So I have that one that might work. Interesting. Look at that, man. Almost hit it. And the key thing to note is that this trading strategy right here has no, I have no idea if it has any kind of edge. I have none, no clue if that is actually a good trading idea. But if I do a bunch of them, or this is also something that I can kind of test with my algorithms that I'm building. People might look at something and go, "Oh, look, yeah, it's that. Look how I can show you 2 instances where this trade worked. Therefore, it's a viable." No, I want to do this. I want to see 1,000 instances of this, man. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the thing. So the law of large numbers is what it's all about. So I have these two trades that I just took today. You know, it worked here and it worked here. No, wait, there. And so perfect setup. So it worked easily, super simple setup. And I can say, hey, look at that strategy. But the reality is I have no idea. That's just twice. I have no idea if I did that 1,000 times, how that would work out. You know, any one or two or even a few trades, it's just total luck or random, you know. So that's cool. That's a strategy, but that's something I can test. In the law of large numbers, the reality is anything can happen. You know what I mean? You take a group of 10 people and they all play the lottery. What's the chance of someone winning the lottery? Probably not that great. You take several million people and then the chance that somebody hits the lottery is going to be, you know, it's going to be the chance that somebody's going to hit the lottery if you have enough people, right? So what am I saying? Basically, you need a large data set to really understand the probabilities. So if you have 10 people and one person wins the lottery, you go, oh man, you got a 10% chance of winning the lottery. But no, that's not really the case. You need to open up the data set. All right, so let's see what else is happening here. And look at this, man. That's the other thing, is understanding these probabilities. If this is a viable trading strategy, which I have no idea if it is, the other thing to do oh God, falling in my chair. The other thing to do the research is, you know, what 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. What's the best profit to loss ratio? You know what I mean? Those are pretty good pullback trades right there. It's all about, man, analyzing. You just got to figure out. People say, you know, keep it simple, whatever. Well, the reality is trading is not a simple thing. Understanding the markets, it's like a relationship. You know what I mean? You got to understand the ebbs and the flows, kind of like the subconscious undertone. It's not just about a chart pattern, but it's a way, you know, how did that chart pattern develop? Did it develop with volume, without volume? So there's a lot of things going on. Scanning through the markets. I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to try to start pausing these videos when there's not much going on. That way they're not going to be so long, and then unpausing it if something cool happens. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I think, let's see here. I don't see a lot else going on. It's about 10 o'clock. Oh, you know what? Actually, is this a setup right here? That's a volume tail, but it's not larger than the other ones. Yeah, I think I need to do my homework and come up with very specific trades and then the variables around those trades. So this month, I just wanted to start doing these videos. And one of the things it's taught me is I feel just unorganized, very unorganized. Not like I don't really, you know, I have ideas in my head, but they haven't been fully formed and articulated on, you know, sometimes you kind of look at a chart and you kind of have an idea, but you're not really an expert at it. You're just kind of guessing a little bit. Let me see here. And I think it's like, again, like language, right? Like there's people who know how to talk they know how to speak, but they don't really have a firm grasp of the English language. Now, they may be able to communicate with you, but that person probably isn't going to make any money in any kind of, you know, literary endeavor. You know what I mean? They're not going to be a writer, or, you know, if they can kind of talk, but they don't really have a firm grasp of what words mean, but they can kind of just get around enough. And I think that's the kind of way it is with traders, like kind of know enough, but we're not really experts in the field. And that's what I want to be, an expert when it comes to like technical analysis, when it comes to understanding probabilities, when it comes to understanding stop losses, market movements. And it's weird because it almost seems like a lot of the training I see, it's like people don't want to be experts. It's weird. Take a note here real quick. It's almost like, you know, people, they just want to suck. It's weird. It's like, oh, just make a couple $100 a day. Just want to do this. I want to do the bare minimum. I want to work for 2 hours a day, get my money, and go do something. Like, it's so weird, the environment that trading that I see. It's just mind-boggling to me. You know, every day on YouTube I see it. You know, oh, learn how I made $1,000 in 5 minutes. It's all this marketing bullshit. Like, I don't give a fuck about making that much money in 5. Like, I want to learn. I want to be the best at trading. I don't understand why there's this attitude of just quick, easy money. I don't know. Maybe it's just a bunch of youngsters who don't know better. Like, I'm a little bit older. You know, I'm in my 40s. I've had a couple businesses. I've done things, and I just realized, like, the quick, easy money. It's usually the quick, easy money that leaves you as well. I'm looking at this as a career. You know, want to be a career trader. And the way things are marketed on YouTube is just ridiculous. Oh, look, I made $500 in 2 minutes. Come see how I did it, and you can do it too. What the fuck are you talking about, man? It's just, I don't give a shit about that. I want to be the best trader. I want to understand this stuff. I don't want to, like, I don't understand. You learn how to day trade. You learn how to be a trader. You learn the markets. I mean, there's guys making tens, hundreds of millions, and or billions, right? Once they understand this stuff. And you got all these assholes on YouTube that are stoked because they made $200 today. Wow, okay, great. And it puts out this atmosphere like, oh, just the stock market's so easy. Just jump in and you can make a couple $100 a day. It's so easy, like, whatever. I don't know. Most of those guys are just selling courses and they're making their millions off their courses. So good for them. But for me, I just want to be a good trader. I don't know why people want to suck at trading. People are so happy, like, oh, I made a couple $100 today. Cool. I've already had jobs where I've been able to do that. I want, you know, if I'm going to be great at something, I'm not looking to make a couple $100 a day. Like, if you want to be a surgeon, you want to be a world-renowned surgeon, you wouldn't be doing it for the money. You'd probably be doing it because, you know, that's your calling or whatever you want to call it. But you're going to expect the money to be there. You know, you're not going to be a world-renowned surgeon and expect to get a couple $100 a day. It's like, I want to be a world-renowned trader. That's the goal. That's the aspiration. That's why I'm up early every morning. That's why I'm building these algorithms. That's why I'm collecting this data. That's why I'm grinding every day. I'm not doing it just so I can make a couple $100 a day. You know, I'm doing it because it's a passion of mine. It's something I love doing. But at the same time, I'm going to expect a payout because I'm going to be fucking great at it. And if it takes me a couple years, if it takes me 10 years, fine. I don't care. It takes as long as it takes. But this whole attitude of, oh, look at me. I made $500 in 2 minutes. Look how much money I made in this. You know, it's just whatever. It just irritates me. Because to me, that's not what it's about. I don't even care about the money. I care about the process. Everybody's focused on profits. I'm focused on process. All right, enough ranting for the day. I don't see a lot going on as far as other setups that I can trade. So I'm going to call it and get back into it tomorrow.